What's up YouTube, it's Or. Today I'm back with another video. We're looking at one of the best damage dealers in the game, that is Ninja. Now, after the changes that were made to Hydra, where severed heads no longer have infinite amount of health, now they have a certain amount of health, I kind of feel like going with Ninja over like more pure single target damage dealers. I know Ninja does do a good amount of single target damage dealing, but he still has the burns that will proc, and his numbers are very good, and that's thanks to his passive. Increases Ninja's attack by 20% up to 100% when fighting bosses, and crit damage by 10% up to 25%. So his multipliers are going to be based on his obviously base attack and crit damage, and he's going to be increasing his attack percentage and crit damage throughout the fight up to obviously a cap. We also have Nature's Wrath. Because he lands debuffs, he's going to get extra amount of damage increase, so you'll see he'll do very good damage once his full stacks get going. Also, he has an ignore defensibility on the A3, and it resets the cooldown of the A2, which is the burn and burn detonation. A1 does decrease defense, fantastic multipliers on Ninja. Like I said, his attack increases massively. The real issue that I kind of wanted to look at today is whether his best relic is going to be Scroll of the Unseen, or if it's going to be Irethi Coronet. Now, both of these relics are very good. Whichever one you have, you should definitely take one of these two. On our right, I guess, on our right, we have Scroll of Unseen. This increases the damage. It says 1%, but if you have it 3-star, it's going to increase your damage for 3% every time a champion takes a turn. A different champion takes a turn whilst Ninja is under Veil, and of course he does his own Veil. So he's going to apply Veil to himself, and then whenever an ally takes a turn, he's going to be increasing the amount of damage he does up to 30%. The only issue is it resets after he takes a turn. On the other hand, we have Irethi Coronet, whereas damage increases by 1% up to 3%, because I have it 3-starred, each time they place a debuff. So burns we spoke about, and decreased defense we spoke about. So every time he does a debuff, he's going to be getting increased damage of 3%. Now, on this side, we don't have a reset after taking a turn. I feel like these two are a little bit unbalanced, because if one is doing a debuff, and it's not getting reset, but the other one is getting reset, I really don't think it's what they should have gone with. This one gives you better base stats. Really, like if you think about it, the attack and crit damage is better than the attack and accuracy. I know the accuracy is very good for him, but late game, and even with me, I kind of feel like I didn't really need the accuracy. I would have preferred the crit damage and the speed, but you kind of have a trade-off for stats versus, I guess, convenience. You'll see that we do get close to getting full stacks on the Irethi, on the Scroll of Unseen. I'll show you guys around and see how it kind of plays out. I'll show you the stats because it's going to be important, especially the speed. I have him at 200 speed. We have him quite slow because we're running Mikage on the team as well. And I wanted to get the most out of basically other allies taking more and more turns. So I'll show you guys a run. So this is the team I ran for Hydra. This is on Brutal Hydra. My Nightmare Hydra is already done, so this is on Brutal. And I kind of want to showcase the team I'm running. I'm running Mikage, and we're running Yugo for the decreased defense, Mikage for the ally attack and increased attack, Ninja, Sifi, Eastrid, and Solus. Just messing around a bit with Solus. A little bit of provoke action. I wanted to see how good he can be. He's quite solid. He's not bad option. You can obviously use other defense-based champions or even attack-based champions, but I wanted to give him a bit of a go. So let's see what he can do. Let's go ahead and pick up in the round about the middle of the fight. I kind of should probably go a bit further in so we can get full stacks from his passive. Let's take a example from roundabout. Let's go around about turn 100. Let's say we go turn 100. Turn 100 from the boss. Let's see exactly how much damage we're getting and how many turns. First, let's see how many turns all the allies take whilst he is building up his Scroll of Unseen, whilst he's got the Veil on. So he's got the Veil here. He just did an A1. He did 2.2 million. Very nice. But we want to see how many turns we can get out. There's one turn from Eastrid. Let's see. We have our Sifi picked up. This is a little bit bad too, because when your champions are getting picked up, you need to now break them out, and the Scroll of Unseen isn't getting that turn. So it's really not ideal. And also Ninja boosts his turn meter whenever he does A1 and crits, right? Also fills his champion's turn meter by 15% when used against bosses. So even that there, the boost of turn meter is supposed to be a good thing, but because we're trying to make our allies go, he's kind of boosting his turn meter and getting there quicker. So I believe this is 3 turns, I want to say. Eastrid went, and then our Mikage went, and our Solus is going. That's 3 turns. And then we'll have 4 turns from Yugo. Eastrid. Is Eastrid going to go? Yeah, Eastrid goes, and they does 2 more turns. So that's going to be 6 turns. And then Ninja goes, right? So 6 times 3. We have 18% increased damage, and then he resets his increased damage. If Sifi was there, maybe she would have taken 2 more turns, and we would have gone up to 24% more damage. Still not great, because at this fight, you really just want to get fully going. So there is like 2 or 3 more turns, 4, and then you'll see Ninja gets back to his turn. Even at 202 speed, the rest of my champions are quite quick. It's not really letting you get the full stacks from... Let me just move myself to where I normally am. It's not letting you get you the full stacks. A, because Ninja's boosting his turn meter. We're getting our champions picked up. So not really ideal in terms of application on Ninja. I kind of thought this would be one of the better sort of relics on him. I didn't think Irethi Coronet would be where I'll be leaning towards, but as you can see, he's coming at 200 million damage for this run. Full auto run, didn't really try too hard on this. 400 million damage. Now let's compare this to our other ninja, who is Irethi Coronet Ninja. So I do have another run that I did. I did 2 runs before we got into it. So here you see we switched over to Irethi Coronet. And now he doesn't have the crit damage. It's only 6% crit damage loss. I guess if you was to max out the Relic, at that point you might start seeing like more equal damage. But really, like, you don't really want to max out Relics because they're very expensive to kind of take past 3-star. 3 stars okay, but past that it's getting a bit much. It becomes a bit much. So let's do the same thing. Let's go to around about turn 100 and see how we're getting on. So Ninja was doing around about 2.2 million. I guess he would do a little bit more if he's proccing Helm Smasher, but we've seen the obvious issues with Scroll of Unseen. Turn meter boost, champions being devoured, not ideal. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ninja. So here, he just needs to land debuffs. With Irethi Coronet, he doesn't need to do anything else. He needs to land the debuffs, and he's going to get the buff, or he's going to get the increase damage stacks throughout the fight, and then he's going to keep those stacks throughout the whole fight. So he did a 3.3 million damage hit on the left side. My ninja's only 2-star. So yeah, if you can get him up to 5-star Nature's Wrath, even 3-star Nature's Wrath will be very, very good. Might be another champion I'd be investing in, honestly. I do like Ninja quite a bit. Maybe I slept on him a little bit, I feel like. But after the changes, I definitely do see him being the best, or one of the best damage dealers on my account. 570k hit on the A2, which is the burn as well. So you can do really, really nice damage even on the triple hitter. There we didn't have the Hex. Mikage did target the Mischief, but since we didn't have the Hex, we couldn't break him out. There he did 671,000 damage without it being severed. I've seen him do like 1 million damage on a non-severed head, which is very, very respectable. Let's see, there's an ally attack, weak affinity, 361k, no weaken, but still decent amount of damage. Let's see if we can see a bit more action from Ninja. 3.5 million on a head. There's no weaken. He did 3.5 million without weaken. This is what I mean. Like, the numbers he can get are absolutely crazy. Let me just see though. Like, let's just take a quick look. I kind of want to see something here. So he did. Do I get the full value from this? I think I did. So we hit this guy. He clearly doesn't have 3 million HP left. So we do 3.5 million, right? We should be round about 3, 2, 3, 4. I want to say 232.4. Sorry, yeah, 2.232.4. So he does get the full value from that smack, which is kind of nice. The only reason why I'm thinking this is because the health bar is now gone down. Do we get the excess damage that we did beyond the HP? And it looks like we do, which is a good thing. Not great. Would have preferred it not to go away when the HP goes away, but apparently there's like some talks where Plarium are deciding to make some more changes. It'd be nice if they would just revert it back. Honestly, it was better the way it was. But like I always say, we adapt and we find out the best thing to run after the changes. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the change. We'll see a few more hits. Maybe we can take a look at Mischief. Damn, he's doing on strong affinities 822k. Very, very nice damage. Honestly, like Irethi Coronet, I kind of got cat's gaze, and then I started viewing everything through the lens of a cat gaze owner, right? I started looking at relics that didn't have increase of like crit damage. I was like, well, it doesn't have increase of crit damage, so it's not really going to be great. But I do have cat gaze, but I don't really want to keep switching them around. So I'm kind of looking for like a second best relic or the third best relic to run on champions. So in terms of ninja, obviously the cat gaze would be best, but after cat gaze, I kind of want to say legendary and epic. I would probably go with Irethi Coronet. Massive amount of damage increase, 30% damage increase. Very, very nice. Would be better if it had the crit damage increase, but it doesn't have the crit damage stat, unfortunately. 3.4 million on the left. We had the weaken this time, increase attack, increase crit damage, massive smack on the boss over there, and we severed or decapitated, I should say, the suffering head because of Hex. So in my book, I would say that Irethi Coronet, to my surprise, is very, very strong. Probably the second best relic that we can basically get right now. If you have this relic, I would run this. If you don't have Irethi Coronet, I would definitely go with the other one, Scroll of Unseen. And if you don't have Scroll of Unseen, I would probably go down to the Talon. The Malefic Talon, I believe it is. If you have Cat's Gaze is the best. But that's how I would rank them. This is the final damage we got, 423 million. Around about another, I'd say 10 to maybe like 15% more damage from Ninja. He was 200 million, now he's 223. More like 11% more damage, 11.5% more damage. But very, very good damage all over. All in all, from my testing, I would say that in terms of Irethi Coronet and the Scroll of Unseen, very, very hard to get value from it, and it resets. If it didn't reset, it would be on the same level, if not better, because it has the crit damage stats and the speed stat. But because it resets, not really better than Irethi Coronet. Irethi Coronet, in my books, is the winner. It's a shame that it doesn't have crit damage, but fantastic relic nonetheless. Ninja, I have new respect for. He's going to be getting promoted into my Nightmare team. I'm going to be incorporating him. Ninja plus Marius are going to be my 2 damage dealers, and I'm going to build like an auto-friendly team around those two, see how much damage we can get. My mission will still be get to that 1 billion key. I really want to do 1 billion in the new sort of changes. I know right now is very tough. I feel like 600 million, 700 million is whereabout I can get to. We're really going to have to work on something. We're going to really have to cook something up. Maybe pull an insane mythical champion, maybe like a Lazarius or something really good for Hydra. What else? Like a Toshiro would be insane. Toshiro is probably my most wanted mythical champion since he's so cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Sub to the channel if you guys enjoy the content. Leave a like on the video. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Are you guys, I know a lot of you guys are running Ninja like this. I wasn't a massive believer of Irethi Coronet, but after doing some testing, I definitely do agree that this relic is very, very strong, very, very good. It could have been better, but I feel like the stats kind of deceive you into thinking it's not as good. 30% increased damage. Crit damage would have been nice, but the 30% of increased damage is very, very good. But that's it. That's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.